Welcome to Our Live Oak Life. I'm Ruth, a homeschool mom with 3 boys. Today I'm going to be showing you my curriculum picks for our kindergarten year. These are all of the curriculum picks I have from my son's kindergarten year. So let's get started with the math. I decided to go with Saxon Math for my son this year. Last year when he was in pre-K, we did the Saxon Math K, and that was very easy for him, and I feel like he's ready to move on to Saxon Math 1. I already have all of the manipulatives for this curriculum, so all I had to purchase was the meeting book. I actually had the teacher's manual too, so I only had to get the meeting book and the workbook. It's actually 2 workbooks. The meeting book is very basic. It includes things like a calendar and graphs for the weather, some shapes. I actually do not really plan on writing in this. I thought, we can make a graph and talk about the weather, and then we can use this calendar over here. This is actually on June because it is summer right now. So we can talk about the date on the real calendar and then maybe kind of make our own weather graphs. And then my second and third child can use this book whenever they get into Saxon Math 1. This is the teacher's manual, just like the Saxon Math K. The other math books in this curriculum, it is laid out very easy to read, and it tells you word for word what to say and how to teach each lesson. And it also tells you all the materials you need for the lesson, what you should do the night before and the morning of, if it's required for that lesson. I like how open and go the Saxon Math curriculum is. The Saxon Math curriculum comes with 2 workbooks. I actually took all of the pages out and I put them in this large 1.5 inch binder. So you can see this is the original front cover from one of his workbooks. All right. There's the other front cover, the original. And so as he's working on this, I can just open up the binder, pop out one page, hand it to my son, let him do his work, and then when he's done, put it back in the binder. All right, so moving on. I really put a lot of thought into what we would do this year for my son's kindergarten handwriting curriculum. In the end, I decided to go with the Danielian handwriting. This is the kindergarten level. Last year for his pre-K, we actually did handwriting without tears, and I did think that that was a fine program. You can also see my review of that and my thoughts on that curriculum in my pre-K curriculum end of year review. But in the end, I decided to go with the Danielian this year because I really liked how they form all of their letters and all of their numbers. So this is just a quick flip through of the book itself. I like that the letters are kind of at a slant. And then when you go over to the back of the book and you see how each letter is actually formed, I preferred the strokes used for each letter in this particular curriculum. I feel like the Danielian handwriting will be a really good bridge into cursive, which is something I plan on teaching my children as they get older. So next we have spelling. He is just in kindergarten, so I chose a very basic spelling book, the Spectrum Spelling. This was very cheap. I believe I got it on christianbooks.com. It's a very nice book. I don't really focus on the handwriting aspect in the book because we have a different curriculum just for handwriting, but I do like how he's listening for each letter sound in the word, and it slowly progresses until by the end of the book he's actually writing letters and spelling words. This is a little dictionary they have at the back of the book. They also have other levels for spelling in their Spectrum Spelling curriculum. This year, we are starting Classical Conversations. This is our first year in Classical Conversations, and we will be using their Foundations curriculum. In this, it covers a little bit of math review. However, we're mostly going to be doing the Saxon curriculum at home, but this does go over some of the skip counting and multiplication tables. It also goes over Latin and science and history and geography. The science and history and geography are the main topics that I really want to use the Foundations curriculum for. I also plan on supplementing a few books from the library to go along with whatever we're studying in our Foundations Classical Conversations curriculum. Because my son is just in kindergarten, I think that we will really be relying on our library books for a lot of our information, for the science and the history. But I really like the timeline that they have in this curriculum, and I think that it will help us stay focused and better utilize our library resources. And finally, for my son's reading curriculum this year, I selected All About Reading Level 1. This includes a teacher's manual, a student workbook, 3 readers, and flashcards and magnet tiles. I do not have those laid out on the table here. I just took the books out to show you. So the teacher's manual is very open and go. I like that it tells me how to teach each lesson because I am not a professional teacher. So I do appreciate all the tips and comments it gives me along the way. And just like the Saxon curriculum, the beginning is laid out very easy to follow, so you kind of know what's going to happen in the lesson before you get started. For this curriculum, I also chose to take the student workbook and take it apart completely. I cut out all of the pages and put them in this binder. This is a 1.5 inch binder. However, I do not have all of the pages cut out yet. So I think I'm gonna need a bigger binder, maybe a 2 inch, maybe 2.5 inch binder to put the rest of my pages in. I took all of the pages and put them in sheet protectors. So we will save the certificate till the end, and when he finishes, he will get the certificate for completing the course. And this is his progress chart. You could make a copy of this and stick the stickers on it. I decided to leave the progress chart inside of the page protectors and just stick the stickers onto the page protector itself. It has a read aloud record, and then we get into the actual assignments and worksheets for the kids. In my binder, I cut out each page each activity and I put it inside the sleeve. Then I took the other pieces that needed to be cut out and I put them inside of little Ziploc baggies. When it's time to do a lesson, I will take this out for my son and I will then take out the little pieces for him. He will place it on top of his worksheet, and when we're done, we put it all back into the Ziploc bag and the page protector and save it for his brothers when they get up to this level. Because there's no actual writing in this workbook for the All About Reading, it's very easy to save these pieces and use them again for my other children. If you wanted to, you could have your children cut out all of these little individual pieces. However, I know my son does not have the best scissor skills, so I decided to cut these out for him. And this took a very long time to cut out. So if you decide to go that route, just be prepared to spend a lot of time cutting these out yourself. It takes a long time. But for me, I do believe that investment is worth it in the end. I also stuck in the practice sheets for each lesson. So as we go along, we will do the workbook page, the interactive workbook page, and then the corresponding practice sheet is placed in order in my binder here. All right. Those are all of the picks for my son's kindergarten year. I hope you found this video useful and enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel, Our Live Oak Life, and thanks for watching.